Alright guys, so we're back here at the house. So I'm in DaVinci Resolve. I quickly downloaded all that stuff off the phone to the computer. Quick tip here, when you're in the source panel here where all your media clips are, if you just grab the folder and drag it onto master, what it does is, I don't want to change the frame rate of these clips, no, don't change. It automatically makes a sub, super convenient. So if I go to my thing here, let's go ahead and close that, and I'll just go to master. It automatically makes a separate folder for it, and they don't have all the files in their own, they stay in their own bin, which is nice and convenient. So quickly, what I'll show you how I basically turn these into from Anamorphic. So if we take this clip here, let me drag it in, you can clearly see that it is not de-squeezed. Now I was going to use MC Pro. Okay, we can clearly see here it's not de-squeezed. So the way I would de-squeeze this is basically we go back to our original clip that we were on, which is this one here. No. Which clip am I using? This one here. You clip on, actually, you know what? I'm just going to do an easier way. We're going to go back to the source bin files here and drag this up. And I'm going to actually select all of these files, right click, come down to, but where is it? Clip attributes. Let's see. Clip attributes. I guess I can't do it from here. Or can I do it with all of them or just one? Okay, you know what? Let's see. I think I have to select, I have that time one. Let's try again. Select just these. And there it is. Okay, good. Yeah, see, this one here is the timeline. So that was, once that was included with everything, it didn't allow that option. Click on my first clip and then click on my last clip, right click on your mouse, and then you want clip attributes, and then come in here where it says square. I'm going to take this and I want to change it to 1.33 anamorphic, and this check here means it's going to do it to all of them. Then hit OK, and it's going to de-squeeze everything. So now if we come back to my timeline, boom, you see how it just quickly de-squeezed.
This ND filter is so blue. I actually had.
There it is. So that's how we de-squeeze everything. Now as far as, oh man, that totally sucks. Well, that one I didn't set my orientation lock, so I guess the camera thought it was in portrait mode, so that clip is useless. So I'll go ahead and delete that right now. Why am I doing this? Just hit delete. Yeah, that's one thing you got to make sure you do is lock that. Make sure you lock in your orientation so it doesn't do that. Now there were a couple of clips that I shot in slow motion. I think this was one of them. Right, and you can see it's already in slow motion. Alright guys, future me. Now the frame rate issue on this, I did figure something out. On the Samsung stock, the way I was using it, it was rendering, or I guess the frame rate was 240 or whatever. It was higher than I expected. I thought it was at 125, but it was higher. So the way that you can do it is you click on that switch there and you change the frame rate to your timeline frame rate. You set it to 24. I kept setting it to 60, and I guess it's only going to be like 60 FPS slow motion, whatever. But basically set it to 24, and it's like super slow motion. Like in the vlog that you saw previous, the one where I was holding the grass and I was walking, I ended up changing it to 24 FPS, and it was like super slow motion. And again, that was just using the Samsung stock app in slow motion mode. So I just hit record in slow motion mode, had the anamorphic lens on there, de-squeezed it, set the frame rate to 24 FPS, and then boom, it'll be like super slow motion. All right, peace. Which is nice. Again, sometimes you might have to change that. If it's not changed, again, you go into click attributes, and then you will go into in here. See, it already recognized it here, frame rate 240. So it knows that's already slow motion. So, but this is where you would go ahead and change the frame rate, or you would click on this here and then select whatever the frame rate was here, but it already recognized it. So super nice. So of course we want that, we don't want that audio. Hey, let me bring that clip in. On this clip we don't want that audio, so we would basically delete that because that's going to be super boo-boo. All right. And of course, I might need to cache out these, make some proxies, and you right click, generate proxy, and it just goes through and makes a proxy. These weren't 4K or nothing. I think they were just standard HD, but I don't know. I tend to just try to make proxies. Right now it's a little bit sluggish because I'm doing a screen capture. I got OBS running in the background, so that doesn't really help. So, yeah. Color grading this is, since it's already pretty much Rec 709 locked in, I'm going to go ahead and hit that, hit delete. And make sure once we do that, we also have to make sure it's enable playback. Check, these are checked. And then I also, if I want to knock down the resolution, knock it to half resolution, home key, play. And there it goes. Now, for some reason, it looked like it made it full screen again. What happened there? See, it made it full screen again. So, oh, because you know why we're using a proxy. That's why I did that. So when you render out your full version, don't worry, it will be back to normal. Let me just, I want to quickly check. Yeah, Anamorphic 1.33. But look here, you don't see it anymore because we're using a proxy file. So what if I turn that off? Use proxy if available. See, yeah, now boom, it goes back to normal. And let's go. And I'm not getting really good playback right now because I said I'm using OBS in the background. So in this case, I would just want to go ahead and use proxies to help the playback. A little bit of slow motion there. No, actually, that doesn't look like it's that slow motion now. That's like normal speed, right? I can't freaking tell. Yeah, I don't think it's that slow motion. So let's come back in here, and then again, right-click attributes, clip attributes. Here it's showing 240. 60 frames. I think that was 60 frames. Let's see what happens. There it is. Boom. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't as slow. So now it's at 60 frames. Look at that. Boom. Nice. And I think I might need even, yeah, I'll have to stretch the clip out. There you go. Super dupe, super dupe. Now let me see real quickly if I turn off use proxy. Okay, it's playing pretty well. Nice, 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 nice. Where's the one with the birds? Let's see if we can find the one with the birds. Those birds didn't even care. I creeped up on them. They didn't even fly. They're like, no. Here's one. This was the one of the bird here, right? Alright, I'm gonna press I, set an end mark, out. Good. And let's go ahead and just insert that. I can just drag it also in. Boom. And yeah, this clip is not slow motion. So again, right click on it, click attributes. I don't know why it says 240 there, 240. I know it's not 240 frames. Definitely not 240. I think it's like 120 to be exact. Can I do 120? Let's go quick custom. I think it was at 120 frames. 120. And let's see. Drag it out. No, I guess it wasn't. I guess it was 60 frames. I rarely do slow motion with the Samsung anyways because I'm always using MC Pro. So I guess it does it. So let's just go back to 60. Hit OK. And drag it out. I need more space there. Drag it out. Let's find the part we wanted, just have some birds flying right where they're flying. This one might be cool, huh? Hang on, right. Alright, that might be a good one right there. Boom. Take that one. We'll just go ahead and cut it. Ripple delete it. We don't need this audio, delete that. There you go. There you go. Super slow-mo. Not super slow-mo, but super slow-mo. Okay, and then if I want to go ahead and cut that, I can just cut that, delete that. Same here. Just take a little piece there, cut that, delete that. So we got this little slow motion clip going. Again, it's struggling because of OBS in the background. Man, I really thought that we could get, I don't know what that, I thought it was 120 frames. I guess it's not 120 frames, huh? 120. No. Undo that. Yeah, shoot. Whatever. I'm playing. All right, delete that. Now, to grade these now, since it's a Rec 709, you really gotta be gentle on the grade here. It's not a log, and again, if I'm gonna grade something like this, I'm gentle on it because it's 8-bit raw. I mean, not 8-bit. I mean, it's 8 bits, not raw. It's 8-bit Rec 709, so you don't have a lot of room to push. So I will take one, and it's just really, as far as like these highlights, they're clipped, right? Find my good zone, like they're just clipped. That's all you really can do. I mean, I could do this a little bit of, I can do a little bit of adjustment on them, right? You can see here I saved just a little bit out of it. And then the same here, I'm in the log portion right now. See, wheels or log. The log is just going to isolate just the highlights, and this is going to isolate just the shadows. Lift up the shadows just a little bit there, right? Okay. And then, like, for me, I like everything slightly underexposed, so I'll bring my mids down just a little bit, right? And then that's pretty much as I would do. Now, if I wanted to really color it, I'll add in another one here. Let's say you wanted to drop a LUT or something on it. All right, let me jump into my 80s LUTs. And let's say we wanted to throw on, what's a good one? Let's say Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, we'll throw that on there, right? Double click on that and it's on there. And then I'll immediately, I won't leave it at full saturation like this. I'll come in here and knock this down. First of all, I'll go down to like 0.3. And a lot of times I'll just go to 0 and just creep it in until I can start to see it. Creep it until I start to see it. I can see it a little bit. I'll go right about 6. And now it cranked up my highs a little bit. So let me come back here. And let's see if we can knock those down just a little bit, right? And okay, let me click back on this. And pretty much that is it. Like saturation, I like things a little bit desat. So I'll come in here and just pull the saturation down just a tad. And boom. That's all I would really do. Now if I wanted to save this, I'll just right click, grab steel, and then in my gallery here it is, go to my next clip, and then just mouse over it and hit the middle mouse button, boop, and it adds it on there, right? So again, I can select both of these and press Control D, before, after. Let's get to a better frame. There we go. So there's before and there's after, just a slight. Now this one here, you can see we got a lot more room for the highlights here. They're kind of clipped up there. See, they're clipped. So, I mean, that's about as much as you can really want to push it. And already, look at this. Hang on here. We're looking at the low res version. So let me jump back in here and come back into playback and turn off that. So we go back to the high res version. And let's go use proxy if available. Yeah, that should have been turned on anyways. And why is it use proxy if available? And that off. Good. So this will be our full. Oh, because that other file I didn't make a proxy. I didn't make a proxy for this one. But you can see this right here, like we're pushing it a little bit too much, especially with the LUT. And this is just the nature of doing 8-bit. You know, I'm really noticing the difference after playing with the Canon for so much right now recently. The difference in quality as far as bit range that you can get. So it is what it is. But hey, you learn. I learned a lot from mobile filmmaking, and I'm still learning, and I'm trying to apply it now to the Canon. And it's fun. It's fun, but that's what you can basically do here. So hope you guys enjoyed. Just a quick little something. I'll put together the whole vlog montage, or actually it's more like a vlog, and I'll put the whole thing together. But this is basically what I will do, shooting anamorphic on the Samsung Note 8. Yeah, Note 8 with the stock camera app, and bringing in DaVinci Resolve. So a little bit of my workflow. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, I have the Patreon down below if you guys want to grab a couple of these clips and play around with. And email list is also down there available if you guys just want to support me and buy me a cup of coffee. Enough of the jibber jabber. Patrick Levar, smash that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Keep filming. Peace.